This is great. We finally get to see what goes on from the person on the other end of a Howie Roseman phone call via Trade Talk. Plus, could this veteran cornerback for the Eagles actually get cut? That's not all. ESPN ranks all 32 teams' linebackers. And why is he the lost member of the defensive line? What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast, and today we got a lot to get into. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all for a favor? If you rock with the content, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So late last night, the Commanders released a draft video of their GM, Adam Peters, talking to Howie Roseman in negotiation for that big-time trade that got us Cooper DeJean.
Hey, I don't want to lose a pick, so just throw me back 161 on what you said, and you're good.
It just continues to becoming one of the biggest events in our sporting world. And thank you very much for your participation here.
1 minute remaining.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
With the 38th pick.
Can we just get the higher pick? The higher fifth pick?
Los Angeles Rams have submitted their picks. Washington is now on the clock.
Howie Roseman haggling over fifth-round pick swaps, but he's not done. Listen.
Hey, bud. Okay. No. 50, 53, 161. 50, 53, 161. Otherwise, we'll pick it. No, 161. So he did become more of a factor in the backfield. He could run against Texas. Why? Because of sweat and fire. No, he tried to say it was 210. What? Yeah, I think he's gonna do it, but like he's like, yeah, okay, let me talk it back. 50, 53. I said 161.
Just keep saying they're gonna do it.
Right. Okay. You're a pain in the ass.
That's our guy, Howie Roseman, squeezing all the juice out of every deal. They said he's a pain in my ass. The other dude said he's unbelievable. We're talking about fifth-round pick swaps. Howie Roseman is a dog, a grinder, and he don't give up easy. He was pushing to give 210 instead of the 161. 50 and 53 was a done deal to get 40, and I think he caved just because he wanted Cooper DeJean so bad. But picking up the phone for Howie Roseman is a dangerous thing, especially in the offseason. Draft, you only got so much time to negotiate. Offseason, it's a long negotiation. Shout out to Big Pimpin' for making it harder on the Commanders. Moving on to what could be a surprise cut at the cornerback position, Avonte Maddox? Ruben Frank said in his article, for the first time since the Eagles drafted Maddox in the 4th round in 2018, he's got nothing guaranteed. He's no longer a lock to be the starting slot position. He's also no longer locked to even make the 53-man roster. Interesting. I think a lot of people look at Avonte Maddox as a guy who's automatically going to make the roster because they brought him back. In this article, Avonte Maddox said that GM Howie Roseman was telling him to go look for another job. Avonte Maddox on being released for the first time. I wasn't really sweating it too much, he said. I talk to GM Howie Roseman all the time. Me and Howie have a great relationship. And he told me, if nothing works out, you're always welcome to come back. To me, that means him and his agent were trying to find another spot where he can get a little bit more money, possible guaranteed starting position, and they couldn't find it. So they came back to the Eagles. Because remember, he took a huge pay cut. I know the Eagles are still on the books for $6 million dead, but he's only getting a base salary of like 1.6. He should have been able to get more somewhere else. Maybe he couldn't, or maybe he just loves the Eagles culture, his best friend Dallas Goedert, and what we're building. But it's not a lock for him to make the roster because of how deep we are, not just at outside, but also at inside corner and his injury history. He hasn't played more than 3 games in a row since the end of the 2021 season. Let that sink in. I like Avonte Maddox. When he's healthy, he's productive. But you really got to check his health this offseason and training camp, because if you cut a guy who is good for Maddox and he gets hurt, you lost 2 guys. This right here, though, could keep Maddox on the roster. In minicamp practices that were open to the media, we saw Avonte Maddox taking reps in the slot, but also at safety. If he sticks, it will be as a jack of all trades. Rookie Cooper DeJean probably has an inside track to the slot, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Reed Blankenship are the starting safeties. But if Maddox can stay healthy and back up both spots and even be an emergency outside corner, he'll add great value to the defense. So again, if he proves healthy during training camp and his role is backup slot, backup safety, backup this, well then he can't get hurt if he's not playing. And if we needed him to play, it's worst case scenario, and he'll be healthy and productive in the games most likely we need him. So I don't know. It's a tough situation the Eagles are in. Could you see the Eagles cutting Avonte Maddox? Let me know in the comment section, and let me know what you think about this pick. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Keely Ringo, Cooper DeJean, secondary looking fresh. Real quick, the Chiefs got their rings yesterday, and they're celebrating by showing 3 rings, but 2 of them are back-to-back. And when I saw this pick, I immediately got upset, and the first thing that came to my mind is what I quote tweeted: Eagles must stop the three-peat. Looking across the National Football League, Jeff Kerr wrote this: the NFL has trended toward pass catchers moving fluidly at the line of scrimmage before the ball snap. The San Francisco 49ers use motion prior to the snap 70.2% of the time, and the Kansas City Chiefs 60.5% of the time. Both those teams reached the Super Bowl and were in the top 4 in offensive plays that had players in motion. I say that to say this. Jeff Kerr also wrote on Twitter, the Eagles were last in the NFL in motion at 26.4%. The only team in the NFL under 30. Kellen Moore's offense with the Chargers used motion 59% of the time, which ranks 6th. So it's a huge difference, and the numbers don't just say motion helps, right? The players are already coming out saying, thank the Lord. I'm talking Goddard, AJ, and Smitty. In other NFL news, highest paid quarterbacks now on an average annual value. First place is a tie between Trevor Lawrence, who just got $55 million per year, and Joe Burrow, who already had $55 million per year. Then you got Goff in third with 53, Herbert in 4 with 52.5, Lamar Jackson 5th with 52 mil, and Jalen Hurts 6th with 51 mil. 2 things on my mind when I see this list. Once upon a time, not that long ago, Jalen Hurts was the highest paid guy. Everybody was freaking out. Now he's 6th. He'll soon be 10th, 11th, 12th. Howie Roseman made the move at the right time. Dak Prescott? That's all I can do is just laugh. Either he's going to rob Dallas or they're going to lose him. Either way, I'm happy. Back to some Eagle news. My guy at Philly Eagle News on Twitter said, according to Eagles coach Clint Hurt, Milton Williams has been putting in the work. Milton has been unbelievable. His work ethic, attention to detail, he asks a ton of questions, and I love that part about him. And I think he's the lost guy when we talk about the defensive line, D-tackle, the rotation and all. And he might not just be a rotation piece. When we go into our 5-man, 3-4 front, we will use 3 D-tackles. Jordan Davis in the middle, Jalen Carter on one side, and Milton Williams on the other side. Now, we won't be in this package every single play, but Milton is going to be a huge rotation piece, sometimes starter, and I project him having a huge year. This is also a contract year for him because he don't get a 5th-year option. So the Eagles might have to pay him during the season, because if he does what some of us think he's going to do, he's going to be asking for a lot more. However, forget the money talk. I want him to ball out. I need this D-line to shut down the run and the pass rushers to get at the quarterback. But I do project both Milton and Jalen to be up there in sacks from the D-tackle position in this Fangio scheme, 5-man front, 3D tackle look. As for the Eagles linebackers, trending. ESPN ranks the Eagles linebackers as the 30th best group in the NFL. My question to y'all is, do you agree? I'll put the whole list up. Feel free to pause because I'm not going to keep it up that long. But here it is. Mike Clay's 2024 NFL projection guide, off-ball linebacker unit ranks. Here's my thing. Washington has some good linebackers, but any group with Fred Warner in it should be number one automatically. So I don't know how San Fran's too, but here's the whole list. The Eagles rank 30th. Devin White, I think, is going to be a beast, but who's behind Devin White? At the end of the day, they do have the Chargers and the Titans behind us, so we aren't last. Let me know your thoughts. Should we move up? Should we be last? Again, I do think the Eagles will add a pass rushing / linebacker before the season via trade. Not sign, via trade. Lastly, we talked about it in the live stream. If you missed it, go back and check it out. We talked a lot of different things. But Saquon Barkley tampering allegations, Eagles and Howie Roseman beat the case. That could be what was holding us up from making a big-time trade and sign, blah, 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 blah. The exact words were, after a thorough review of the Philadelphia Eagles signing of Saquon Barkley, the NFL today informed the club that the investigation did not discover significant evidence to support a finding that the anti-tampering policy was violated. Duh, because we didn't. The funny thing is, Giant fans act like they didn't think we were going to get fined, but some of their biggest guys on Twitter, Marshall Green, Eagles overpaid for a running back and are going to lose a draft pick. No, we didn't. With that being said, if you're done watching this video and you want to spend some more time on YouTube, yesterday, the NFL YouTube page put up a 60 minutes of Jalen Hurts highlights. Yes, I was at the pool after I swam a little bit. I was watching the kids. I said, hey, let me throw this on and watch some Jalen Hurts highlights. So go check it out if you want to. With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Drop the muscle emoji in the comment section. Let's see if we can get over 50 muscle emojis. Leave a comment. I absolutely love hearing from y'all. Plus, do your boy a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And turn on that bell so you don't miss the lives, the shorts, and the videos. We out.